Hello, everyone. It's Nicole Wagner-Moore here and Gina Watkins. We were gonna call welcome to the blah 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 second. We are working on a catchy name to have a nice title for these conversations from Gina and my heart, sharing with you topics around mindfulness, emotional eating, and all things therein. So look for that in the near future. But today on this conversation with you guys, we would like to address one of the basics of Crave Your Life coaching, and that is, what the hell is mindful eating? So to give us a rather official look at it, I love what Dr. Michelle May says in her book, Love What You Eat What You Love. And this is from her book. Eating is a natural, healthy, and pleasurable activity when you're eating to satisfy hunger. Choosing to eat mindfully, that is, eating with intention and attention, will give you optimal enjoyment and satisfaction from eating. If you love what you eat, act like it. So eat with intention, be purposeful when you eat when you're truly hungry, eat to meet your body's needs, eat with the goal of feeling better when you're finished. And then the 3 points for eat with attention: devote your full attention to eating. Eliminate or minimize distractions. Tune in to the ambiance, flavors, smells, temperature, or texture of the food, and listen to your body's cues of hunger and fullness or satisfaction. That's a really great and clear way.
I love that kind of the way she separated that intention and attention, right? Like that attentiveness to ourselves and our bodies and what we're doing in the moment, that attention to it. Like that's all part of the process about how we heal and how we take care of ourselves.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. And
go ahead. Another reason that I love it is that it's not a mindfulness of how it breaks it down and helps us lift us up out of a lower level of thinking, which is, how is this negatively affecting me? What am I doing wrong? These calories, it lifts us up and above that and puts us on this other partnership with our body.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Just like paying attention to, because most of the time we're not paying attention very much. We're off in the past or the future. We're anxious, we're worried, we're sad, we're, fearful. And being in the present, paying attention to what's happening right now is super important to being able to make a clear or a conscious decision. 90% of what we do, of our behavior, is from our subconscious, meaning just our automatic. Just kind of what we do.
Such a huge percentage.
So it's crazy, right? It's around 85, 90% of what we do is just from an automatic reflex, an automatic reaction, what we call automatic pilot. And only 10%, that means, is from our conscious present moment response to something, that difference between a reaction and a response. So it just makes so much sense. And then that intention, right? So that's attention, right now. And then we're making a conscious decision because of what we want the outcome to be. Our intention is to feel good.
Exactly. Yeah. Satisfy the hunger, meet the need, and then honor that satisfaction.
And then also enjoy it, right?
Absolutely.
My intention of eating this is to enjoy it. If I eat too much, or if I eat too fast, or if I am thinking something else, I'm not here with it.
Yep. I love her. If you love what you eat, act like it. Savor it and let it be, not just this. But so often when we're not in a place of mindfully eating, when we're on that autopilot, which is so much of the time, we're not present to what we're enjoying. And then we haven't. And then also if we're not in the moment of like seeking enjoyment and fulfillment, satisfaction from what we're eating, we can also be in that other place of like almost a sneakiness behind our backs of like, this is naughty, get it all in fast.
Yeah.
Into
and that's just a like an automatic pilot, right? Because
exactly.
you're not enjoying it, you're just eating, like
Yep.
probably pretty quickly, and you're just moving through things just like we do in lots of our day, is just kind of getting through that so we can
Yep.
get to the next thing. Like how many people can relate to that? Like, let me just finish this so I can get to this.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Yeah.
In all areas.
Like how many people watch TV, look
I
at
was
their
just
phone?
going to say, what's one of the favorite things that pastimes for most of us is while we're watching our favorite show or at a movie, we're eating. And that's actually pretty well ingrained in us from a young age. And so it's like an automatic response from a lot of different inputs in our brain.
Yeah. And so that's why, you know, eating like with family or eating with somebody or having an intention when you go into a meal is really can help you slow down, right? Or the intention is to slow down, or the intention to enjoy, the intention is to have a good conversation and to feel good, like to not overeat.
Yeah.
And so it really isn't about like the calorie intake or any of that, but how are you going to feel?
Yeah. I love that. I love that offering of a switch of how we might attend to eating. Another great, I know you do this with your clients, a great thing to bring awareness is to talk about chewing. And I just went through that with a client the other day of just that bringing that curiosity. How much do you think we chew? How much do you think the average person chews a bite before they swallow it? And if they usually do guess way higher, I certainly did. And I love to tell them when I first tried this, I noticed that I chewed 3 times and swallowed it. And optimal health is 30 at least, up to 30, I should say. And but I then offered for her to try that on the meal. No judgment, just that curiosity around it, opening that space of beautiful inquiry. And she was just fascinated. But in that fascination of like, I chewed only 4 times, it brought her what she discovered was, but now I was aware. And now I just I try to chew a little bit longer.
And it makes sense too. You're just like, God, I wonder where'd all my food go? Or why do I feel this way? Right?
Yes, exactly.
And so it brings awareness to not just like, oh, this is what's happening, but this is also probably why I feel this way.
Yeah. And just a beautiful first step in toward that perfect place of being mindful. And you know, as we close out and don't let this chat about mindful eating run too long today, I just want to invite people to just kind of open that curiosity. This is a process. We don't reach, we don't develop into that perfect, mindful, nourishing human that we desire to be overnight. I certainly am still in the process of learning and slowing down, and I'll add new things in all the time around this. Be it no more reading while I'm eating.
Right.
You know, that was a recent elimination for me. That's where I am. But maybe it's
like put your phone away.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe for people watching this, it's get curious around how long you chew before you swallow a bite. Get curious about what that automatic 90% of you is doing, and bring yourself to the present, even for just a little bit. That practice,
like what we talked about last time, right? Is like even just know that you have access to slowing down. And this is, you know, the mindful eating, and we can close around this, but like the mindful eating piece really lends to other areas of your life. So, you know, like mindfully walking down the street, or mindfully washing the dishes, or mindfully, being, like having a conversation where instead of let me get through this so I can get through this.
Yes.
And then you're in something that you actually really do enjoy, and you're just in this pattern of moving through things quickly. So, and waiting for the next thing, like not being able to be fulfilled or content or happy in the present moment.
Yeah.
So
beautifully said.
Absolutely. Like just curiosity, like how am I showing up right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just that noticing. That's such a huge portion of these incremental steps to becoming that mindful, being able to mindfully nourish yourself as a habit. These incremental steps, that curiosity, notice. Yeah. So maybe the next meal you have is just a little bit different with some of these curiosities and inquiry in your mind as you just kind of take stock of how you eat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And already, voila, you'll be mindfully eating.
That's the goal. Yeah.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a wonderful day. We'll be back soon.